What if I told you you will get nothing in your life? The freedom you want, the business you want, the career you want, the girl you want, the muscle, until you quit alcohol and drug addiction for good. I've lived the lifestyle that you're living. I've been there, bro. I know exactly what you're doing. Wearing a Gucci like bag with little pouches inside, drug pouches, vaping, smoking, thinking you're cool, whilst wearing your shades in the summertime, popping balloons in the weekend, messaging stinky fucking hoes on Snapchat and other social media platforms, thinking you're gonna get laid or build a relationship with them. I know what you're doing, bro. I've been there. You go to your local shop, you drink little wine bottles or cans of vodka or whatever alcoholic beverages. You get pissed every single weekend. I know what you're doing, bro, and I know you want to get out of this life. You're in fucking pain. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 things that I would have said to my younger self who was going through the degenerate life so you don't make the same mistakes as I did. So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Brandon. My mission on this channel is to help young men like yourself to quit alcohol and drug addiction for good so they can take back control of their life and live the life they want and deserve. Okay, first one, don't get attached to these substances. If I could go back to my younger self, I would have said to him, do not get attached to these alcohol beverages, and most importantly, do not get attached to drugs. Because when this happens to you, you're basically asking yourself for trouble. And this is what exactly happened to me, because I was hospitalized so many times and I got into fights, I got into trouble in the streets and inside the club because of my drunkenness, and I lost a lot of my personal belongings, like I mentioned in the previous video. It's just unnecessary to attach yourself to these poisonous substances. So, a lesson here is please do not attach yourself to these poisonous substances, because it's gonna bring you down to the wrong path and it's gonna take what you want. And I promise you that. Second one is know who your friends are. Your friends are probably not who you think they are. They ask you to come out in the weekends. Oh, come join us, come to clubbing, let's go out, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. But one thing leads to another. You go to your local shop, you buy cigarettes, you don't have cigarettes. You buy beers or some vodka cans. You get pissed, you're a little bit drunk, you try to go to a club, they don't let you in because of your behavior. Or you probably go. The night finishes, you come out in the night, people are packed in the streets. The nights are dirty, the streets, are dirty, smelly. People are trying to rob others. You go inside to a local kebab shop, the queue's too much, you don't go. You order Uber, you wait for the Uber, it doesn't come because it keeps canceling on you. You lose your friend goes somewhere else, and now you're by yourself in the night. You're getting drunk. Next thing you know, you wake up in the middle of the street, daylight. You notice your phone is lost or your wallet. And that is it. That is the most common thing that is happening everywhere in the world. Because too much of us, we trusted people who we went out with so many times or currently are. And yeah, they will say things like, oh, everything is gonna be fine, don't worry, you're with us, blah blah blah. It's not gonna work like that, because deep down 100% that you're gonna get drunk and things are just gonna get really horrible. So, a lesson to take away from this is just scan the people you're with in your social circle, get to know them very well, and if you see signs that they are toxic, they are just trying to use you to come out and use your money and trying to chase, bunch of hoes inside the club and in the streets, remove them. Don't interact with them. Delete their contacts. Find someone better who you can trust, who is not always going out for getting drunk, taking drugs, smoking, or even better, none at all. Just go somewhere nice that is not toxic, somewhere in nature, somewhere is beautiful and not like with shitty people around who is taking drugs. So, hope you can take this lesson from this point. The third one is time is money. We all navigate through life thinking that, oh, we are, so young, we just went out of college, we just got out of university, or we are in university, YOLO, you only live once, all these rubbish bullshit words that I hear from other people and even older people saying this to others. It's just all bullshit. Health consequences does not care about the time. It will literally destroy your life, and it will come to you very soon if you're addicted forever or for long term. Same thing anyway, but if you don't fix your addiction, it will destroy your life. That's the point I'm trying to get across. So get this stupid belief out of your head that, you know, you gotta have fun, so much fun when you're young and you're in college or university. It doesn't matter how much you drink or even take drugs. It's rubbish. Okay? You need to get rid of your addiction. Whilst you're in your glory years, when you're young, you need to spend most of your time doing the good things, doing the good habits. And it's okay to have few drinks, few glass of wine or beer, but provided that you're not addicted and of course not taking any drugs. I'm not saying just stay at home like this, curtains closed, close your eyes and do nothing when you're like addiction free. No, I'm not saying that. You can still enjoy life, but in a matured manner, not like a junkie, not like a toxic person, because you need to remember that living with regret and pain and feel like you're almost going to die in a hospital bed is the worst thing someone can experience. Worst thing. It's painful. It's worse than prison. It will fuck up your life. Excuse me for swearing, but you need to understand this. Okay, just quickly, if you need support from someone and you don't want to do this alone to quit your alcohol and drug addiction, or one of them, or you had help from someone and you've been struggling far too long, you can join my coaching community, which I just created recently in the top link in the description. It only costs $49 for a lifetime. It is the exact system that I implemented in my life to help me quit my addiction, and I will guide you step by step to help you become fully sober. I will literally hold your hand. You will be part of a brotherhood who are on the same path as you to become sober, and you will have everything you need to engage with one another, make friends with one another, go on a call, etc. etc. It's the best investment you could possibly make, and it's better than therapy because most therapy costs too much money and is inconvenient for young men. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're interested, you can join the top link in the description. Fourth one is listen to your family or others who don't want to see you addicted. I made a mistake when I was going through this nightlife culture and hanging out with the fake friends, people that I thought who were friends, who were by my side, who, cared about me. I was just, arrogant, and I was just careless. I didn't care about my health. I didn't care about, what would happen. I was just this loser. I had this loser mentality. I thought I was this, big person, looking cool. But I was just wasting my life, my potential by going out every weekend, sometimes more than once a week, just drinking, smoking, taking drugs. Drugs, as I mean, like, cocaine, cannabis, and stuff like that. And my family, especially my mother, would always warn me and, tell me that, it's not good to go out. It's not good to hang out with these kind of people. Be careful, etc., etc. You know how mothers are like. They care about you. And especially in the Asian family culture. It was until reality hit me in the face, and I remember the small image in my head still from this day to this day. I mean, I was in the street, lying down, unconscious. I had too many drinks that night. I went to this, quite popular club. I can't remember what it's called. It was in London. And I was with a couple of friends. They didn't care about me. All they cared about was just chasing women and fucking and getting drunk and all this bullshit. And I remember I was taken to the hospital, and I asked them, I questioned them. I said, "What happened? Why? Like, I thought I didn't had too much drinks, and even if I did, I thought I was able to go home completely normal and safe." They said to me, they took a moment. They didn't even say it instantly. They said they said that I was not breathing, and my heart stopped in that moment. And they tried to give me CPR, and luckily I was awake. So basically, I was half dead. And when they, took a lot of blood, they did whatever they need to do in the hospital in the NHS. They said I had too much alcohol. I had alcohol poisoning. Then from there, my mom came to the hospital, and we just ended up going back home late afternoon. And my mouth was very dry. I was very thirsty, constantly needing a drink, and my head was just very lightheaded, and I just felt very dirty and just a bit sweaty, and I couldn't walk properly. I couldn't think, couldn't talk, and it's just this horrible, evil feeling, and just gave me a wake up call that day. I still went out, but I took more consideration, and I was more careful, because when they said my heart stopped, and that, you know, scared the shit out of me, and I was very concerned about my health. So please, if you live with your family, or you live with someone who cares about you, who wants you to succeed, who wants you to grow and become a better person, and if they try to give advice to you, and they say to you, do not go to this place, don't meet these certain people, please listen to them, because they're trying to help you, and don't have this ignorant mindset and attitude that, oh yeah, I know everything is gonna be okay, I know them, they're gonna look after me, and all these stupid little comments in your head. You need to remember there's signs you need to look out for when you go through about your day, your life. And universe will always be watching you, young man. So be careful what you wish for, and be careful, not even what you wish for, I mean, but like, be careful who you surround yourself with, and just have this more clever attitude when you go through about your day and life. So that's basically it. Just watch out, man. It's the world is a nasty place out there, and you can fall off in the wrong wagon. So yeah, just be careful. Okay, the fifth one, last one. Don't fall in love with holidays too much. Every holiday, like bank holidays and summer holidays, I would get so excited to go to the specific event that I booked the tickets for. I would always bring the topic up to certain people that I was socializing with at my workplace and try to invite them to, come join me to this specific event. And I remember I always get excited what clothes I would wear, the shades I would wear, and nice um, trimmed hair a few days before the event. Yeah, I looked nice, but I was also, putting on this fake character when I was at the event, and I could tell I wasn't having this real image of myself. I was trying to be like everyone else around me, and most of the events that I went to was like, good weather. It was summer. It was summer, and yeah, so I wasn't wearing too much clothes. I was wearing all the time shades. And on some events, I also went with one of my, you know, used to be friends, and we were always trying to talk about like, how many drinks we should have, should we get free drinks, and the girls we should go for in the events. This degenerate kind of conversations. And these events that I went to was, toxic and degenerate. I was surrounded with a lot of junkies who don't care about their health. They were abusing, not only alcohol but drugs, even in front of security, trying to cause trouble with other people, popping balloons, and yeah, it was just very dirty and very smelly as well because some cleaners they couldn't clean the area properly. But the music was nice. The DJ was playing nice music. I, experienced that good side, I guess. But it just led to me getting addicted to drugs and alcohol. Now I know there's a lot of people out there who go to big concerts and festival and they are living a healthy lifestyle. They're not addicted to alcohol and they don't take drugs. And to those people, you know, who are on that category, it's okay to go, but still be careful, not go too much every single year. But for the people who were on the same boat as I was, taking drugs and alcohol from going to big events like festivals and concerts, and even, small places clubbing, and I'm assuming you're still addicted because you're watching this video, just make a change by look, if you want to listen to your favorite music, you can, but do it in a better setting. Do it like when you're exercising, like doing weightlifting or doing some cardio or whatever physical activity. Listen to your favorite music, but don't just listen to your favorite music, even if it's saying degenerate words like, fucking bitch, taking drugs and smoking and all that shit, degenerate, words. Excuse me. I would try to avoid that as much as you can. Um, but if it's like, techno, trance, house music, um, you know, house music, like not degenerate house music, but nice house music, then it's okay. But even if you want to go to a place, avoid going to a place that is toxic and full of junkies. Um, it's it's not an environment where people love to take drugs and alcohol. Go somewhere in nature, like go hiking, go on a trip to a different country even, and experience the nature, the beautiful scenario, and the village or something, and try different foods or something like that. Not like going to a place every time taking drugs and alcohol. Um, you can go on your own or go with someone who cares about you, but don't go with someone who likes taking drugs, alcohol. Um, don't fall into that trap. Avoid that at all cost. But just go with someone who cares about you, who wants to uh, see you a better person, and you're both trying to become, healthy individuals and live a healthy lifestyle. So yeah, try to go that route, and don't try to ignore what I'm saying, because I'm trying to help you as much as you can, because you're addicted. You're on the same boat as I was. And this, festival thing is a trap for most people. Not every people, but for most people, they can easily get trapped. And because it's a place where people take drugs mostly, right? And yeah, the music is nice and all that, but you just need to be really careful. And like the previous point, the fourth one, just be clever and don't listen to everyone that says, yeah, yeah, come with us, go to this place and all these things. Just make your own intuition, make your own decision, and follow along. Don't just be a yes person to everything. Okay, so that's the 5 things that I would have said to my younger self who was living a degenerate. Now, if you've gotten some value from this video and you've learned something, please do me a favor to help boost the YouTube algorithm. Post a suggestion or a challenge you're currently facing with alcohol and drugs, or one of them, or how you overcame your addiction with alcohol and drugs, and it can benefit other people who read your comments. Another thing is, please send this video to someone who needs your support, who who is struggling with alcohol and drug addiction, or one of them. It will help them a lot and they will thank you for it. And one more thing is, like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you need full guidance and you want someone to hold your hand, you don't want to do this alone, you want to be part of a brotherhood, part of a community, make friends with people, go on a call with one another, and help each other out, get feedback 24/7, you can literally just join my paid community that I just created in the top link in the description, which is only $49 for a lifetime. You will get everything you need to become sober within 90 days. And if somehow you don't become sober in 90 days, you will literally get your money back. That's just simple as that. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. I will leave with one more message. Remember, alcohol and drugs are not the answer. Take care. See ya.